Okay, hello Year 4, welcome to Wednesday's maths lesson. So calculation starter today is some more rounding, but we've got rounding to the nearest thousand in there today. So we're going to practice rounding to the nearest 10, 100 and 1000. I'd like you to have a go at the questions below. So you've got your question here, so 67 round to the nearest 10, and your answer is under the orange box. Okay, and then these ones are all to the nearest 100, and these all are to the nearest 1000. Give it a go, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, let's give it a go. So, round to the nearest 10. Let's start with that one. 67 round to the nearest 10 is 70. 614 round to the nearest 10 is 610. 782 round to the nearest 10 is 780. 2,467 rounded to the nearest 10 is 2,470. Okay, moving on to rounding to the nearest 100. 789 rounded to the nearest 100 is 800. Goodness me, I can't get my words out. 212 rounded to the nearest 100 is 200. 7,522 rounded to the nearest 100 is 7,500, and you've got 8,901 rounded to the nearest 100 is 8,900. And then let's round to the nearest 1000. So 2,345 rounded to the nearest 1000 is 2,000. 1,925 rounded to the nearest 1000 is 2,000. 3,773 rounded to the nearest 1000 is 4,000. And then 8,045 rounded to the nearest 1000 is 8,000. Well done if you've got all of those correct. Well done if you just got some of them correct. Massive well done if you didn't get any correct. You gave it a go, and that is fantastic. That's all we asked for. Well done. Good job, everybody. So today's lesson. Let me move myself. Oh, I don't know where I'm going to be able to move myself. Maybe over here, and I'll move this one along. There we go. Okay, so for today's lesson, we are going to calculate to find the area. Now, I went through this slightly, a little bit on Monday's lesson, and we're just going to be using that today. So, we need to find the area of these shapes. Okay, so I've got one shape here. I've got two shapes covered up that you're going to have a go at. So let's have a go at this shape here. I have got 5 centimetres on one side, and I've got 6 centimetres on this side. Now, when we are doing area, we are counting the squares, isn't it, in the middle of our shape. But if we're just measuring the length and width, so in this case, the width would be this one. I'm going to put width. Okay, would be 5 centimetres, so that's how much wide the shape is. And then 6 centimetres would be my length. That's how long something is. Okay, so to find the area, we have to do width, W for width, times length, L for length, equals. So in this case, it is 5 times 6. And what does that equal? 5 centimetres. Let's get those centimetres, shall we? At times 6 centimetres equals 30 centimetres squared. Okay. So that's what it would look like when you are finding the area this way. Now you might be thinking, well, why is it 5 centimetres long? Well, you might be measuring shapes and you'll use your ruler to measure the length and the width and times them together. In this case, I've got my squares there to help me. So I can just count how many squares I've got going along. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 centimetres. Because remember, we spoke about each centimetre is going to be 1 centimetre squared. And then we're going to find out what my length is. And I'm going to count down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimetres. Okay, and then I just multiply them together. Top tip, make sure we recognise what is the width and what is the length. So remember, width is something wide. Your length is how long something is. So don't go measuring 2 lengths, okay, or 2 widths, because you will get a very different answer to what the area is. So I am going to refill this shape here, and I want you to have a go at finding the area of it using my method. So you're going to count the width and count the length. There's your shape. I would like you to have a go at that now. Pause the video, everybody. Okay, well done. So let's count the squares going along. This is going to be my width of this shape. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's use my dots, shall I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 10 centimetres going along. This is 10 squares. Okay, and then so that's my width. I might just put a little W there so I know. Okay, that's how wide something is. And then I'm going to do length now, and it's going to be 1, 2. 2 centimetres. Okay, and I'll put L up there for my length. So I am multiplying 10 times 2. And 10 times 2, we all know, is 20. So it's 20 centimetres. Let me just move that. 20 centimetres squared. Okay, there we go. What can I do to just double check my answer? What do you think I can do to double check my answer to make sure it is 20 centimetres squared, to make sure I have calculated this correctly? You're right in thinking or saying that I can count the squares. So I'm just going to count the squares again. Let me just rub out these ones. And I'm going to count the squares again. I'm going to use my dot method. I might use a nice red, shall I? Okay, count along with me and let's see if we got 20 centimetres squared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There we go. 20. Smashing. Right then. Have a go at this shape for me. This one here. Pause the video and have a go now. Okay, welcome back. Let's give it a go, shall we? Okay. I'm going to count the width here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 centimetres. W. 8 centimetres. Okay. And let's count the width. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. And it'd be 3 centimetres. Now you might be thinking, well, Miss Long, you already had a dot in that square. Do you have to count it again? My answer is yes, I do have to count it again, because that's all of this length here. It's all of this side, from that corner down to that corner. And that square that I already counted does meet in that corner with that one. So I do have to count that again. So what calculation do we have to do? We have to, in this case, do 8 times 3, which is, everybody, 24. Well done. It'd be 24 centimetres, and then it'd be squared. Now, shall we just quickly double check that I've got that right? Let's double check that you've got that right, because I'm sure that's what you've got as well. Ready to count with me? Right then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Massive well done if you've got that correct. Okay, so finding the area is just another way of multiplying, okay? So we're using our multiplication knowledge. Right then, let me move myself down here. Find the areas of these shapes. Now these shapes, we can't see the squares inside them, but we can still work out the area of them. So I want you to have a go at these shapes. So pause the video now and give it a go. Okay, welcome back everybody, and welcome for giving that a good go. So let me show you how to solve these questions. So you might have noticed that I have put the measurements on the screen, and underneath these shapes is the answer. So how I managed to find 4 centimetres, so I go to the shape. I'd count the squares above it. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, when we're using these squares, we are imagining that they are 1 centimetre squared. They might not be drawn to scale, but we can pretend anyway that they're 1 centimetre squared. And this will be the same with your worksheet today. So I've just counted the squares above it as 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll be 4 centimetres square, just 4 centimetres, sorry. And then that's my width. My length would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimetres. So I'll do 4 times 5. Okay, 4 times 5. And that equals 20 centimetres squared. Good job, everybody. Again, with this long one over here, it was 16 across. Okay, my width was 16 times my length is 2 centimetres. So it's 32 centimetres because I did 16 times 2, which equals 32 centimetres squared. And then with this one, it's 1, 2, 3 across, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 down. And that is 3 times 4, which equals 12 centimetres. Okay, so make sure you're only counting those squares where the line meets. Okay, we're not counting any extras. Okay, so well done, everybody. That is how you calculate the area of a shape. Remember, it's multiplication that we use. We measure the width and the length and you times them together. Have a practice of that on the worksheet today. It's on our home learning page and there will be a sheet with answers. So give that a good go and I'm sure you're all going to absolutely smash it. If you are finding it a little bit challenging, just drop me an email and I can direct you somewhere where it might just give you a bit more support with the area. But just remembering we are multiplying to find the area. Well done, Year 4. Have a lovely Wednesday. Bye bye.